Hey guys, so today I'm gonna have a nice little well, not nice little, but I'm gonna be doing a glaze review for 4 different glazes and a comparison video. I have been buying a lot of glazes over the last few weeks. I just really wanted to try some other ones except just triple thick and sculpey. This first glaze is called Golden Gel Medium, and it's like a gel. I'm just gonna open it. It does get a little bit hard to open because of the cap, but it's really like a gel. It's really a cream. If I were to turn this upside down, it would all stay in the can. It's just really weird consistency. And if you like dip your finger in, it's really gross feeling, but then it starts to dry and it's ew. I did not buy this glaze for polymer clay. I originally bought it for my painting stuff because whenever I take like art projects to school and it's raining, just to cover it up so like the acrylic paint doesn't start to like run from the rain. But at the beginning when I first started charm banking, I used this. It is horrible on charms. I don't have all the charms that I made with it. They got so ugly I just threw all of them away. But I just took this small like little star that I made that I don't really care if it gets messed up, but this is what it looks like. Doesn't pick up all the detail on it from the camera that much. Maybe. Nope. But basically when you put this glaze on, whether you use your finger or brush, it picks up every single detail from your finger, every detail from your brush. It gives this very awkward like fingerprint look. It's really weird. Don't use it on charms, you're just gonna waste your time. So that's the first glaze that I have to review. After that, it's triple thick. I'm not going to turn over the can so it doesn't dry on the cap, but a lot of people use triple thick. I used to. It works good for some time, but then once you start piling up charms in a little box, it starts getting sticky and they start sticking together. Charms get ruined. This is a charm that I still have that is not ruined by triple thick. In the camera, it doesn't pick up details so well, but it has a lot of dust and speck stuff to it from where the glaze started to get a bit tacky. Now, like I will tell you guys later, when I made a comparison with this and the charms that I did with my new Holy Grail glaze, my mom said that this charm, it looked cheap with this glaze. And the other charm with my new glaze, it looked like glass. Now that is a pretty big difference between something that looks cheap and another glaze that doesn't cost that much and that looks like glass. But basically, triple thick, I would only recommend it to a beginner who wants to if you pretty much just want to keep your charms pretty good for the time being, but not to last more than a few months, then I guess triple thick's fine. After that, my next glaze is Sculpey 3 and the satin glaze. This, whenever you start putting it in charms, it doesn't look like it even does anything. These are 3 charms that I have. One of them is not glazed at all, and the other 2 are. Guess which one's which. So, from the first view of the camera, it doesn't look like there's any difference between any of them. They have pretty much the same finish, and if you were to actually come over and just feel the texture of all 3 of them, they have basically the same texture. But from the 3 charms, these 2 were glazed and this one was not. I will be doing a demonstration with this with my other glaze. So these 2 I have glazed with the satin glaze. It dries rather fast, but it doesn't have any effect on it. It doesn't shine, it doesn't look anything. However, that does not mean that the sculpey glaze is bad. When I did like a little thing, my parents said that this one, the pie, it does look really good with the glaze because it doesn't make it shiny for the realistic texture. If you need a realistic glaze that just keeps all of your shading and texturing kept nicely, then I would recommend this glaze for you. So that's that one. And now the new glaze that I just got a few days ago, yesterday actually I believe, is this one. I got it from Home Depot. I'm just going to move the camera a bit. So I got this glaze from Home Depot. And well, I was there. I asked some guy from the sales, and originally I was gonna get Varathane because it was, I don't remember who videos I saw, but it was like Varathane something. I don't have the paper that I put notes on right now, but basically this is the glaze. It's by a company called Minwax, and it's water-based polycrylic. This floor finish, that's where I found it, and it's in this clear gloss. Now it is in one of these tubes, and I paid $8 for this thing that has fluoride Oz, and the other two things that were in the jar, the golden and the triple thick, were both in the same kinds of things. The golden, I do believe I paid like $12 for, which is just a rip-off for what it is. The triple thick is about $5 to $6, and this I got at Home Depot for $8 and like 50 cents about. So it is a bit twice as much cost as triple thick, but for what you get, it is really good. I thought that I'd do a little demonstration for you guys of like how I glaze it. I just take my pair of pliers and I put it underneath the edge and pull it up. This. The edge looks gross because when you buy it, there's like this seal of glue around it to keep it from like opening in the middle of the store. Why is there something random swimming in there? Ew. But I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna glaze this charm so you guys can see what I do. In my last charm update, I showed you guys the box that I made for whenever I glaze my charms for it to dry. And I took a bunch of these paper clips and I bent them out into like a hook. So I just put my charm on the hook and it just hangs like this. And I just dip it up all the way up to the pin. And then it does, this glaze, it does look really weird in the can because it dries nice and shiny. If you have the Sculpey, the shiny one, I forgot what it's called, the gloss glaze, I believe, it looks really similar to that, and so does the satin glaze, except it doesn't dry shiny. So it's basically the exact same thing, and I just dip it in here and I wait for it to drip off for a few minutes. Most of it, because it isn't super watery, but it is slightly gloopy. So it won't like all drip off in a minute or two, but it will take a bit more because it has like a little bit of like a gel type in the texture. So this is pretty much what the charm looks like, and I'm just gonna hang it up to dry so we can dry. Yeah, I'm gonna hang it up to dry so we can dry. Logic. So that's basically what I do with the glaze. Just gonna close it. Now, just to compare the charms, this is one charm that I did with that new glaze. This one I did do originally with the coat of triple thick, but then it started to get gross, so I did it in that glaze, and it saved this charm. It looks weird. It looks like an elephant with a mustache. But yeah, this is the charm that I made. It started to look really gross because of triple thick, and then I put a coat of glaze on it, and my mom said that it looks like glass now from the glaze, and it really even looks shiny in the camera, but it looks even more shiny close up because there's lights from like different angles and stuff. I don't know how to explain it, but it does look really shiny, and it is in real life. This is a charm that I made with only one coat of the glaze. It's like a little ice cream scoop. It is still pretty shiny. I'm not sure how many coats you're gonna need to get to that kind of shininess yet. And then there's a sculpey glaze, the golden one, and the triple thick. So I put them so low. So these are all the different like glazes that I've ever tried. I really do recommend the glaze for the amount of money, how much you actually use on a charm. You use less than triple thick, and it still would last a long time if you just dip it. Even if you use a brush, it's still gonna last a while, and the consistency of it is really good. And this video is really long, so I'm just gonna cut it off here, and bye.